I want to speak to those of you right now who are struggling in your circumstances and you don't see a way out at all. You might have been going through things for a long time, but I want to tell you a Bible story that will open your eyes, it will open your mind to see that there are possibilities beyond what you're going through at the moment, no matter how dark, no matter how difficult it seems. I really love the story in Genesis chapter 40, where Joseph's in prison and Pharaoh's chief cupbearer and baker, they're thrown into prison at the same time. And Joseph, he first interprets the dream of the cupbearer. And Joseph says to him that he's going to be released. Only remember me, please, when you go and see Pharaoh. And then the cupbearer forgets all about Joseph. He doesn't say anything to Pharaoh. And then very casually in the next chapter it says, after 2 whole years, Pharaoh had a dream. The cupbearer remembers, oh, there was this Hebrew guy in the prison who interpreted my dream. He can come and help you to interpret your dream. But it's amazing how when you're just reading through chapter to chapter, you go to chapter 40, it says that the chief cupbearer did not remember Joseph but forgot him. And then one line later in verse 41, after 2 whole years, and then the events happened where he remembered Joseph. And it strikes me when I'm reading that, because you can just read through it very casually, but Joseph would have had this hope that finally he was going to maybe get out of this prison, that this cupbearer was going to go and tell Pharaoh all about him, that he was going to be released. It was his way out, his ticket out. But then nothing happens for 2 years. And Joseph would have been sitting there thinking, well, there goes my opportunity to get out of here. Am I ever going to get out of here? It just feels that way anyway. And what's amazing is 2 years passes. That's a long time to be going through another 2 years of this. And then you think about it, the day that Joseph comes out and stands before Pharaoh, right? One day before that, Joseph felt no closer to getting released from that prison. In his mind, it could well have gone on for another year, another 2 years longer, indefinitely. But in that one day, he went from being in the prison to being remembered by the cupbearer, brought before Pharaoh, interpreting his dream, and all of a sudden being put second in charge of Egypt. He's gone from prison to prime minister or whatever the position is in a moment, pretty much. The situation has turned around 180 degrees and there's nothing that he could have done about that. Complete hopelessness turned around to a place where he is exalted and lifted up as part of God's plan. And I just want to say to you, I don't know what your circumstance is and I don't know what your future holds, but I just want to say to you that God's ways are above our ways. And if we cry out to God, it's possible that He can do anything in our life. We might feel like we're trapped, we might feel like we're stuck, we might feel like we've been going through this forever, but God can take us out, and He can take us out at any time. And maybe you've been going through this for years or months or whatever, but maybe your breakthrough, maybe your turnaround in the situation is just around the corner and you don't even know it. And you just need to keep believing and you just need to keep looking to God. And when nothing is happening, when you don't see any change to your circumstance, you need to continue to be coming before God, praising Him, worshipping Him, believing in His goodness, no matter how long you're in this situation for. But at the same time, having the hope that He hears us, His ear is inclined towards the righteous, and He is all-powerful, He is almighty, He is all-loving, and He can lift you out and restore you at any time. So I just want to say to you, friend, don't lose hope. One day before Joseph was released from that prison, one day before, he was no closer to getting out of that place in his mind than any of the other days. Then all of a sudden, bam, like that, he's exalted and things change completely. And that can happen in your life. I'm not sure what your future holds, but I just want to encourage you to believe that God can do the impossible. And while you're waiting in that prison, while you're waiting in that dark place, just continue to believe in the goodness of God, continue to praise God, continue to do the things that He's calling you to do, living a faithful life to Him, but never lose hope that He can raise you up out of what you're going through right now. And look to Him, surrender to Him, and put your trust in Him. Leave your comments below, friends. Would love to interact with you there. I pray that this video has blessed you. And if you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel. Look forward to talking to you soon. God bless you, friends.